we're back with Susan Comeau in her kitchen in South Eastham, and we have found many more connections. So, you mentioned loving horses, being horse mad as a child, and you got interested in them through Judy
Who had
Collins.
those 2 horses, Dawn and Flicker, in the wintertime. She did not have them in the summer because they went to the beach
Right.
so much that,
And you continued with this love of horses?
Obviously, rather difficult in a town like Belmont because they didn't keep many horses in Belmont, but yeah, continued. Oh no, just all my life loved horses.
And you had horses here on this property in the barn?
I had 12 of them at one time.
12. Talk about that for a while.
Judy said one day when after they actually had moved to New Hampshire, I think they would come. Judy and Pam. Pam moved out to Western Mass, and Judy, when her husband, Reverend Storer, retired, moved up to New Hampshire actually. But both girls would come down to visit their mother's grave here and all in Eastham. And they would stop. They'd knock on the door and stop. And because Judy still loved horses, and of course, and she told me one day, they were here and had been visiting and all, that she remembered me standing in what was her barn where she kept her horses that we called the 2 barn.
Right.
And telling her, she said, you were, a kid. She said, this was before you lived here, that way.
Right.
Telling her that one day I was going to own this. And I was going to keep horses here in this barn. And she said, my God, it happened. But I was a kid.
Right.
A kid saying this to her. Over visiting or whatever, I don't know.
And how many horses did you have?
Sometimes we all sort of had a makeshift in this aisle. Technically, I had 2 stalls in the barn, but where Judy had her horses.
Right.
And then in the main barn, we had 10 stalls.
10.
So I could have up to that number. 10, yeah.
So you could have had 12. How many did you have?
I had that number.
You did. What did you do with? Who wrote them? Who?
Oh, my daughter. We showed too.
You showed.
I even showed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not me. I rode. I rode. I started when I rode Karen Nickerson's horse, and like I say, I was horse crazy even in my teens.
So when did you show the horse? When was this?
We showed Morgan Circuit, Northampton, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and all the way to the Grand Nationals in Oklahoma City.
And this was in the 80s? I never knew.
People would say, what the heck? They'd come here to deliver or do something, and they'd just stand and look. And they'd say, oh my God, from the road. You'd never know.
Right. And you're right on the highway.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we built the big barn, which was the first, 1981, first time we went to Oklahoma City, or whatever, when we were building the big barn, I don't know why, but for some reason, at least this is what I was told, I never saw it, that down in the town clerk's office, they had a picture of the building going up behind the house. And when it was, pretty much plywood. And they would have people look at it, and they would say, how are they building a motel in South Eastham? It's not allowed. Which it wasn't.
A hotel for horses.
Yeah. But no, they would, probably must have been, yeah, it was Town Cove.
Oh,
would
that's
say-
funny.
They're not. They're building a barn. And then they would say, who would ever, with all that land that you can put houses or something on, build a barn? And they would say, they do, they will, they are.
Wow. Oh, that's
It was
amazing.
sort of like, why aren't you putting houses? Because back then, even maybe a little shaky, we could have.
Right.
Across the street when we bought her, they said, you know, you can put up to 5 cottages on this land.
The land on Town Cove. Yeah.
And we said, I don't think so. We said, we might put a house.
Right.
Which we never did.
Right.
And
Wow.
I'm really not doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the individual who wants to buy it.
Right.
That, I'm allowing it to.
Yeah.
And if they decide not to, I don't know what I'm doing with it, because they said everything's yours. It's,
Wow.
But,
So this house was originally a Collins house.
well, actually, it's older than that.
Yes.
I mean, I do have the printouts from
Right.
the registry, but
But you said
I
Lou
knew it as Bet and Lou Collins' house.
and Bet Collins is Elizabeth Collins.
who became the teacher.
She was the teacher at, I don't know if it was Orleans High, but it was definitely Nauset High for home economics.
It would have been Orleans High, because Nauset wasn't built till the year we moved down here.
No, that was Nauset
I
Regional,
know, but
the old
to me,
one.
No, to me, this is Nauset.
Oh, okay. Okay. For me,
Yeah,
the Orleans,
no, they had no
school.
They had no middle school.
right, it was 7 through
It was a
12.
high school. Yes.
And she was our home ec teacher. Oh, she taught everyone in town how to cook and how to sew.
And yeah, no, I remember when Judy wrote me. Judy was in college at the time. She said my dad died. They hadn't. It was just like she said, my dad died.
Oh,
Just
wow.
died, and because she finished her 4 years in Boston at college, she was working towards pre-med, which you had to do, because she wanted to be actually what? When I graduated high school, I wanted to be. She wanted to be a veterinarian.
Bet. I was going to say.
And she couldn't.
Right.
Because, so she went to work in Boston, and what was early open heart surgery. It's a nurse, I believe,
Wow.
at that time.
And that's
When Bet had to go,
start teaching because her husband had
had died. Yeah.
died unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
As kids, we never knew.
Yeah.
So your children went to Eastham Elementary School
Oh, yeah.
down near the old
Peter-
yellow schoolhouse.
Peter started kindergarten in Eastham Elementary School. Like I say, you had to drive them. No busing of kindergartners.
Right.
That's when I went. That's when I met Elsie Bengston and Christy Snow, because they were carpooling, and the school, I think, called them and then said to me, go talk, because I didn't have a license. So I'm like, how am I going to get my kid to school? We got it covered. Don't worry. That was Eastham Elementary School.
Right.
We got it covered, and they said, yeah, as long as you're going to get your license. Yes, I am. I will be, December. I will be driving as the third person. Great.
And so Peter, you said, was born in 1964.
Well,
My brother was born in 1964 and went to Eastham Elementary.
Well, then he probably knew him.
That's hysterical. I love this. This is what I absolutely love about living in a small town like Eastham. The things that you can
it's
do.
growing. It's growing.
It's growing.
And changing.
It is, but I'll get to that in just a minute. I'll ask you about how things have changed. But first I want to hear about the bonfires at
Well, I
Nauset
remember
Beach.
them. I do. I remember them. You know how you remember things from your
Sure.
really youth at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I remember. If we were here when they had them, Aunt Nat, and my mother, and all of us would go. You know, and that, like I say, they drove tires on it, which cost dunk. And then if they could get that down outhouse, it was at the top of it. And I remember square dances there. And I remember town hall. So.
And the sock hops you mentioned. Yes, yeah.
If I was here.
Yep. We have another video. My cousin Roger Gill is a year younger than you are, and he talks about the sock hops and how they taught the kids to dance at the town hall when he was a youngster.
I'm sure.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the changes
that I see
that you've seen in town. Because, okay, you were a wash-ashore,
Yeah.
but you became very involved.
Yeah, when I moved here.
When you moved
well,
here.
actually, before I washed ashore, even.
Right.
I spent 2 years working here after I graduated from high school.
Oh, good. Where
Well,
did you
other
work?
than when, before that, it was Karen who worked at Joe Putnam.
I worked
Log
at Joe
Cabin
Putnam's.
Huh?
I worked for Joe Putnam
So
at Log
did I.
Cabin Farm.
So
It was
did I,
one
the
of
one
our
in
first
Brewster.
jobs.
I worked in the one in Brewster, which I think he only ran for 1 year.
Oh, I did this one right here.
My friend Karen Nickerson,
Mm-hmm.
who grew up in the house, to me was always Route 6, faced Route 6. It was a duplex at that time. I don't know whether it is or not now. They now put it on South Eastham Street,
Right.
and that's where she grew up. Her mother was Fanny Nickerson, and her dad was Link Nickerson.
And we all worked for Joe Putnam at
And
Log
like I
Cabin
say,
Farm.
She worked for Joe. She worked here. And I met her by following the horse prints of her horse. I would walk through the woods. I walked and rode horses all through the back, across the railroad tracks, not when it was running anymore. That,
Right.
my aunt and my mom, we blueberried there. And you'd
Right.
feel the tracks vibrating when the down train was coming.
Yep.
And it would be like, get off the tracks and get to the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd go flying by.
Yeah.
I rode all over out that way. I never went all the way to the beach, but
Mm-hmm.
I rode her horse, Susie, all over.
Oh,
out there,
okay.
You know, 'cause she was working. I said, I don't know how to ride. She said, you'll learn. And I had another cousin who said, you'll learn to ride that horse you just bought. But when I was older and I moved here, I did.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
So, changes
Yeah.
in Eastham.
Oh, God.
What strikes you as being
A lot
most
of it
different?
hasn't, you mean as far as people? You don't give me
Whatever.
people,
I won't get you going.
Um,
As a town.
as a town, oh boy.
Or community, if that's a better word.
A selectman who shall remain nameless, who owned a good deal of land over back there. He wanted to develop. Otherwise, probably today we would not have what I consider the Mid-Cape Highway running through a town. It would have run through the old railroad bed.
Right.
Because he had a liquor store in Town Center Plaza.
Okay.
Do you know? Yeah, that was, I wish, part of me really, really wishes that this road had never remained what it is.
The road. Do you think the Rotary, because you're only a couple houses away,
Oh gosh.
did that change the character of
I don't
the
think
town?
so much, other than listening to people that now go into it, especially big truck. You swear are going 50 miles an hour when they hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed this part of town, obviously. Because, like, I remember the antique shop, it was Bacon Farm. And like I say, their front lawn, man, all the way to the, what is now the old highway that went to, you drove by, you know, the backside to get down to Collins is now
Right.
is the backside.
Oh, and past
were-
Otto
yeah.
Nickerson's
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
The
You
back of the
drove.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, you drove
Right.
that way.
Yes, I remember that.
I remember that too.
That's why Eastham has so many
and
entering
that
Eastham
huge front lawn
signs.
that was on, it's now Wildcare.
Yes.
That huge front lawn that ran all the way to there.
Right. Yes.
Which, and like I say, it was an antique shop
Mm-hmm.
back.
And of course, the Stop and Shop was a cranberry bog.
Well, I remember Stop and Shop when she was up in New Orleans poster.
Right.
Now, so
Yes.
to speak. That
Yeah.
was the old Stop and Shop.
Do you remember Storyland?
That I really don't, except I think I remember the buildings being down here or
Right.
something.
They had two. They had one in Hyannis
Yeah.
and they had a small
Yeah,
one down
I do,
here.
but yeah, that's not one that stays with me,
Right.
really.
Yeah.
And
This has been a real pleasure. I can't believe the connections that we have
all of
discovered.
a sudden here, huh?
Listen, thank you so much, Susan.
I can tell you
This
more,
is-
but that's okay.
Well, I may come back again. And I'm going to take a few pictures after we've signed off, but I'll just say now, we really appreciate your volunteering, sight unseen, because we have never met before
Was the
today.
Moonlight Riders 4-H Horse Club here? Connie Cunningham kind of dumped it and Sue Stewart in my lap, that kind of thing, done those kind of things.
Wow. I'll come back again and get more stories from you. In the meantime, thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Very,
I
very
could talk
much.
your ear off forever,
Okay.
right?
I will be back. Thank you.
Oh.